Hello and welcome. We'll get started in a few minutes.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for guiding this craft activity.
Of course. I'm actually, I'm going to be just supporting. Catherine's going to be guiding it. She's going to log in just a few minutes. So
Sure. That's the art teacher, right?
She's not actually an art teacher, but she usually handles most of the Sunday Funday crafts.
Got it. Okay. Okay, great. This is this is sponsored through the museum?
Yes, the Neill-Cochran House Museum.
Got it. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to stop the video and mute my son so he could just watch whatever.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello, Catherine. All right, I made you a co-host.
Excellent. I'm like trying to see if you can see my setup. There we go.
It's so cute.
I have to like. All right. And there is a chat. Hooray. I'll be right back. Oh, I should also post the official supply lists. Oh, no, don't want that. Hello.
Hello.
Where's everybody tuning in from?
Hello.
I know where y'all are from. That's my family. I'm so glad y'all came.
Yay. We're excited. We're ready.
Hooray. And Sophia, where are y'all from?
We're from California.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming.
And now we're in Texas.
Yay! Okay, we're probably gonna wait a few minutes to let some more people get here, but if you haven't used Zoom before, on the bottom, you can see manage participants and chat. And I just posted the full supply list in the chat box. Get ready.
Hi, Chara.
Thanks so much for doing this.
You're welcome. We're excited. It's going to be lots of fun.
Yay.
Thanks for coming. Okay, and I'll say this again, but just in case, we are recording this, right, Karen?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so if you don't feel comfortable being recorded, that's totally okay. You can just turn your video off. If you go in the Zoom window, there's a stop video button, but you should still be able to hear us. That's just if you don't want to be recorded. It's also a good idea in case, unless you have a question or you want to say something or have a tip for the rest of the group. There's a lot of noise in people's houses in the background, and that's in every house. But if you press the mute button, that'll mute you, and that'll be easier for everyone to hear instructions when you don't have a question. But if you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know, or you can type it in the chat box.
And if y'all don't mind, we would like to be able to communicate with everyone about future Virtual Sunday Fundays. So if you don't mind sharing your email address either in the chat box, or I'll go ahead and post the email address and you can just send me an email and I will add you to our email list.
All right, we'll give it about 5 more minutes for people to get in here and then we'll get started. Here's what we're making today. All right. Making sure I have all my supplies.
Looks like we're getting a pretty good group. Thank you everyone for joining us.
Yeah. Laurie, where are y'all joining us from?
Hi, we're from Austin. We're from Hyde Park. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
Welcome.
yeah, we're excited.
Thanks so much for coming.
Sure.
Oh man. Kiki, y'all have the table tray set up. Y'all are ready to go. I'm so glad y'all could come.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hi.
We're ready.
How's it
We'll
going?
We'll give it 1:05 and then we'll start. For those of you who just joined us, I posted the full supply list in the chat box. A lot of these materials can be substituted because I know we're trying to avoid going to the store, obviously. So if you don't have one item, let me know and we might be able to substitute it for a different one. Hi, Rowena.
Oh, I'm muted. Hi. I had to jig our single solitary toilet paper roll out of the recycling.
I've been collecting them for a week and I was like, I'm never going to use this many. So if anybody needs any, I can mail some to you.
I found a stash from a few years ago from Halloween when my husband was going to put up Halloween decorations using them, which clearly never happened.
Well, you know, one of the things you can use these for, but it's tricky, is creating crackers, holiday crackers. But the problem is what you need the piece that goes inside, which is got like a little bit of gunpowder on it.
Oh yeah,
that's considered a controlled substance. And so it's very difficult to order those things. But one year, I think I had to get them from Canada, I think. Anyway, we made our own Christmas crackers that were Harry Potter themed.
Oh, that's fun.
So I had like little Harry Potter stuff on the inside, tattoos, and I think I found like little backpack keychains, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's my really only adult experience of playing with toilet paper rolls.
Well, now you'll have another one.
There you go.
I'll go ahead and get started since it's 1:05. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. My name's Catherine. I work at the Neill-Cochran House Museum, mostly on the weekends, but time has no meaning anymore, so I'm working there virtually as much as I can. I also happen to run the museum social media accounts, so if you want to be alerted as to when we have these virtual events in the future, you can follow us on Instagram at Neill-Cochran or on Facebook at the Neill-Cochran House Museum. I think I posted those at the top of the chat box, but I'll post them again before the day's over. But thank you so much for coming. Like I mentioned, we try to have Sunday Funday once a month. That has been not the case for the past couple months because things have been a little dicey, but I think we're going to try to do more of these virtual events. Maybe at some point in the future, I might teach a cross-stitching class. I think once we're allowed to be together in person again, we're going to have a map making activity at our museum. So again, just follow us on those social media accounts or send your email address to the email that is provided in the chat, info@nchmuseum.org, and you can get on our email list so you know when those events take place in the future. But for today, we're going to make these, and I'm going to put my camera down. We're going to make toilet paper roll, Easter bunnies, and chicks. If you've never used Zoom before, you can, if you have a question at any time, you can type it in the chat box. I'll try to be good about checking that, or you can unmute yourself and ask a question to the group. If you want to stay on my screen, you can go in the top right and click speaker view, and that should show you my face. But if you want to see what everybody else is doing, you can do grid view as well. And I mentioned this earlier, but just in case, we are recording this. So if you don't want to be recorded, that's totally fine. Just click the stop video button at the bottom left hand of your screen and you won't be recorded, but you can still hear me and follow along. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the bunnies. And so that requires, I posted the list in the chat box, but obviously you're going to need a toilet paper roll. If you don't have a toilet paper roll, some construction paper taped in a roll will do. We're gonna need paint or markers to color your toilet paper roll. I posted raffia for the whiskers or some toothpicks. If you don't have any of that, raffia is that Easter grass that you can get at H-E-B, but I'm using these broken up coffee stirrers. If you go outside, you can use some pine needles if you have those in your yard. But if you don't have any of that, that's okay. You can just draw your whiskers on your bunny. We're also gonna need a cotton ball for the tail. And some tape and glue and scissors. We also have googly eyes. If you don't have googly eyes, that's fine. We can use some paper and just draw them on. So we're gonna start, and if you're using paint, you always wanna put down something to protect the surface that you're working on. So I'm gonna put some paper towels down. So we're gonna start by painting the toilet paper roll so we can let that dry while we do everything else. So I made a blue bunny yesterday, but today I think I'm gonna make a pink one. So let's get to painting. And let me know if you can't see me very well. I'll move this up. And if you want to put music on softly in the background, feel free to. My experience is that if I put music on, you wouldn't be able to hear it very well. But yeah, feel free. I'm just gonna hold it from the inside and paint. And if you have markers, get to coloring. I know we've got people tuning in from Houston, but do we have anybody further away than Houston?
We had someone mention they were tuning in from California.
Yeah. The nice thing about these virtual events is that you don't have to be in the Austin area. I'll move my bunny. I need some more paint. All right. And one coat of paint is probably fine. If you want to put two on, you're more than welcome, but you actually won't see much of the toilet paper roll once you're done with all of the bunny's face. So one coat is just fine. All right. I see a blue construction bunny. Oh, Rowena, you have fun paper.
It's origami paper that we've had forever. I didn't pull out paint, and so I'm just gonna wrap my toilet paper roll in origami paper.
That is another valid option. If you don't want to paint, you can just put on some construction paper or fancier paper if you have it and tape it to the outside. All right, and if you are painting and you're done, go ahead and put that on your paper towel and just let that dry, and we'll come back to it at the end. I'm gonna put all my paint stuff safely away. And once you're done, give me a thumbs up. All right, Sophia is done, Tara's done. Thank you. Yeah, there are also emojis you can use at the bottom of your screen on Zoom. There you can react. Nice. Mary, so you're done. Thanks so much for joining us. And if you are done, next we're going to be working on the bunny's face, so you might want to get your construction paper ready. Elizabeth, Diana, and Ellie, y'all still working? How are you doing, Kiki? Are y'all's toilet paper rolls done? Awesome. Looks like most everybody's ready, so we'll move on. And we're gonna be cutting a few shapes from our construction paper. So you're gonna want, if you can see that, a big circle about 2 inches across. I just got mine by tracing a glass that I had in the kitchen. So you're gonna want a big circle for his face, and then a littler circle that we're gonna cut in half to make his 2 little feet. And then you want to make an ear shape. Now it's kind of like an oval, and if you want to be exact about it, it's about 3 inches long. I only made one because once I cut it out, I'm going to trace it so I can make them exactly the same. But ultimately, you'll want a big one for his face, a small circle for his feet, and 2 ears. So I'm gonna just get to cutting on those. Move the bunny out of the way. All right, got the face ready. If you want to cut the ears out from a different color than the face, you're totally allowed to do that too. There are very few rules here. All right, and so I've got a little one for his feet, and like I said, we're gonna cut this in half to make 2 feet. So I'm just gonna give it a fold right down the middle. So I've got a half circle, and then I'm gonna open it, and I'm gonna cut the circle down that fold. So we get 2 feet that are the same size. All right, so I got 2 little feet for my bunny. Now I'm gonna make the ears. If you need me to go slower or repeat anything, just let me know. All right, and there's one of my bunny ears, so I'm gonna trace it and make one exactly the same. All right, now I got 2 ears to put on my bunny. Another thing that we're gonna need to cut out here, and I like doing this with a different color, is we're gonna make a little nose for him. And on my blue bunny, I made him a pink nose, but since I'm making a pink bunny, I think I'm gonna make him a little purple nose. And another thing that we can do right now, if you don't have googly eyes to put on your bunny, right now you can cut out on white paper a piece just about the size of his nose. It's not going to be very big at all. And you can draw a little eyeball on him. So I'll do that for people who don't have Google eyes. All right, so I made one little eyeball for him, not very big at all, and I'm just going to use my pen to draw an iris, or a pupil. That's the word for it. And so there's one of my bunny eyes. And once you're done cutting everything out, you can give me another heads up, or a thumbs up, excuse me. And for this next part, you're gonna need a black pen and some glue. Anybody having any trouble with the parts that they're cutting out? We need a head, 2 ears, 2 feet, a nose, and if you don't have googly eyes, then 2 eyeballs too. So y'all are just rolling ahead.
What's the nose supposed to look like?
It's just a little tiny circle, and I did it in a different color but you don't have to. Just a
Okay.
little circle. Here's the demo version.
Got it.
And let me know when everybody's done cutting. Nice. Since this next part involves a lot of glue, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you're not done cutting, that's okay. You can glue some parts and then start cutting again to let the glue dry. So first, we're going to want the big face piece that you cut out. And I'll lower my camera again. We're going to glue, or excuse me, first we're going to draw his little mouth on. And here is the demo version. But you're going to want to draw the mouth a little bit below the middle of your bunny. So if the middle of your circle is here, I'm probably going to draw it a little bit lower here. So I'm going to draw that with my black pen. And it's just going to be a little J and then another J on the other, or a reverse J on the other side. And that is what your bunny mouth looks like. You can make it look like whatever you want, honestly, but that's what my bunny mouth looks like. Also with your pen, you're gonna wanna take your little feet and you're gonna draw 3 lines on the bottom, and I'll show you what that looks like to give him some toes. So I'm gonna draw 1, 2, 3. And that's what they look like. And you're gonna do that on both of the feet. All right, so then we're gonna put the feet aside for a second, and you're gonna take the face, and right on top of the bunny mouth, where his nose is gonna go, we're going to glue the toothpicks or the pine needles or the Easter grass that you have to make his whiskers. If you don't have something to glue for his whiskers, then you can just draw the whiskers on. Who doesn't have any whiskers to glue on? Okay, if you don't have any whiskers to glue on, you're gonna go ahead and just glue his nose. And I lost my nose. But if this were my nose, you're just gonna glue it on top of the mouth like that. That's my bunny eyeball right now. I don't know where my nose went. Oh my goodness, Sophia looks so good. Y'all just skipped right ahead, didn't you? If you're done making the face and you've already put on the feet and the ears, you can let the glue dry for a little bit and then you can glue it to your toilet paper roll. And you're gonna want the face to go on the bottom of the toilet paper roll. Y'all are rock stars. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue my whiskers on real quick. And if you're using cut up coffee stirrers like I am, be careful of splinters. All right, put some more glue on there. All right. And so my whiskers are glued on, and now I'm gonna put the nose on top. I'm gonna let it dry so the whiskers don't droop too much. Where did my nose go? Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to cut myself out another one real quick. All right, I'm just gonna cut out a little bit of purple paper. All right, got another little purple nose there, so I'm gonna glue that on top of the whiskers. And then if you have googly eyes or if you made paper eyes, you're gonna glue those on top of the nose. And again, here's my demo bunny to see what that looks like. Then you just glue it right on top. Everybody doing okay? Nice. Thanks, Kiki. Oh, shoot. Okay. Everybody's gonna look a little bit something like that. And you can draw eyebrows on them if you want to. And let's attach the feet next. So the feet are gonna go on either side of his face at the bottom. And so once they're glued, it's gonna be hard to show you without my fingers in the way. That's what they're gonna look like. They're gonna be on the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue that. Sorry, there's like a lot of pink paper, so it's hard to see, but you're gonna make it his feet flat across the bottom. There's one foot. Oh, my feet's getting away from me. All right. So I've got 2 attached feet, and then we're gonna want to attach the ears to make him look like a real bunny. And you can just do those on top of his head wherever you feel like the ears look best. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Good job, Sophia. They're so cute. What did y'all make your whiskers out of? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show you the bunny feet. That's what my bunny feet look like, but since you put your bunny head on the top of your roll, you can go ahead and put the feet on the bottom. So if this is your roll and you have the bunny head up here, you can put the feet down here. Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. I love using this glue, but it does not like to come out. my goodness, come out. Did you put your feet on yet? I like your showmanship. Those are awesome bunnies. I like that there's a big one and a little one. All right, how's everybody doing on their cutting and gluing? Everybody done, ready to go, need some more time? Here's what the full bunny face looks like. So I've got my feet attached on the bottom and my ears up top and my whiskers. Or you can just look at Sophia. Oh my goodness, so cute. Oh, that one's awesome. Is that yours, Achilles? Nice. Ooh, Rowena, yours is so fancy with the origami paper. As well.
I learned though that origami paper doesn't like pens.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, too slippery, like slick.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't have much of a mouth or feet.
That's okay. So Sophia, since y'all put the bunny heads on top, you can go ahead and put your cotton balls on the back. So that's where his butt would be anyway. All right. But once your bunny face is done, hopefully your body is dry at this point, and you're gonna glue the face and the feet and the ears on the bottom of the toilet paper roll. So you're gonna have a little bit of a top sticking out here. My sister would like me to shout out Aileen's Craft Tacky Glue because my family uses this for everything. But this bottle is so old that like the logo is coming off in my hands. We hope we get a sponsorship. All right, I'm just gonna put a strip of glue down the whole side of the face so I can attach it to the toilet paper roll. And eventually this glue will come out so I can do that. All right, there it is. Okay. We're done, well, for right now with the glue. Okay, so like I said, you're gonna stick your face on the bottom of the toilet paper roll like so. And we're just gonna hold it there for a minute to make sure the glue dries. You want the feet to be as straight on the bottom as possible, but I did not do that. So if your bunny's a little wonky, that is totally okay. And for the final touch, your bunny needs a tail. And my cotton ball went flying earlier. There it is. And you're gonna glue your cotton ball in between the ears at the top. My cotton ball is rather big, so I'm gonna cut it in half before I do that. And we will get that gluing. We have a question from Kate. If you want to show your video, Kate, at the bottom of the Zoom window, there should be a start video button. You might have a camcorder and it's got a red line through it. If you click the camcorder button, there you are. And then you can just pull your camera down to show us what your bunny looks like. Thanks so much for joining us.
I saw the top of Kate's head earlier this week too.
Oh, did she join us for the happy hour?
Yeah, she was on happy hour.
Nice. All right, so I've got half of a bunny tail, and I'm gonna glue that to the top of my bunny.
My bunny is getting a bow because I don't have any cotton balls.
Oh, that's cute. Like I said, there are no rules here.
So see, there we go.
Oh, that's cute. Love the customization.
Love that. So, Catherine, were you saying we should put the other half of that semicircle that was the feet on the back side?
Oh, that was for Sophia because they put their bunny heads on top.
Mm-hmm.
So the semicircles are on the bottom here with the face.
Oh, so you only use one of them.
No, I used two. There's one right here and then one right here.
Oh, I just use a half a semicircle behind his head.
That is totally fine. This
Got
is
it.
not being graded.
Nothing's being graded anymore.
This is true.
Time
So
has no meaning. Grades don't matter.
Yep, Sophia's got an awesome bunny there. Any other bunnies that are done? Oh, somebody has a bent ear. That's cute. You can like make him a little jaunty.
And please be sure to share pictures of this on our Facebook.
Yes.
Love to see them. And
Oh,
our
that's a cute
Instagram.
bunny. Is that Kiki? Nice. About half of the people in this this chat room are related to me. So thank y'all so much for supporting me. Oh, that's a cute bunny.
Oh, I like it.
That's some fun paper. And be sure to name your bunnies too. You can make multiple bunnies. We've got a whole week till Easter. If you have lots of toilet paper rolls rolling around, you can make a bunch of these just to decorate your house with. And you can make them different sizes like Sophia did. And yeah, once you're done, show me your bunny, and then we can move on to making Easter chicks. Super cute. Oh yeah, a good thing to do right now is to get a drink of water in between crafting if you're done, and also wash your hands because you might have paint. If anybody else used paint, I have paint on my hands from your previous bunny. You also might want to wash your paintbrush or get an adult to help you do that if you need it. But we're gonna be painting chicks next, and I'm a traditionalist when it comes to Easter chicks. I paint mine yellow, but there are no rules again. You can paint them whatever color you want. You can make them match your bunny. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick because I have this glue label all over it. And I'm gonna make sure I stick it upside down so it comes out easier. Those are awesome bunnies. Kiki, all done? Yeah, we'll take about 5 minutes or we'll take a couple minutes, and at 1:45, I'll show y'all how to make the Easter chicks next. So I'll be right back. All right. My hands
I
are up.
found. My lazy kids had not thrown away their toilet paper roll.
Nice. And this one, you're only going to need a half of one. I will post the supply list for the Easter roll chicks in the chat box. You're going to use mostly all of the same materials for the chicks that you did the bunnies. The one big exception is that for the chicks, you need pipe cleaners. And I don't know of a good substitute if you don't have pipe cleaners. Maybe if you have feathers rolling around your house for some reason, you can use those. Oh wait, I did not post that to everybody. Okay, everyone, here is the supply list. Okay. Oh, another thing you're going to need for this one is a hole punch. I do not have a hole punch. If you don't have a hole punch, you can ask an adult to poke a hole through your toilet paper roll, but please ask an adult before you do that so you don't hurt yourself. And yeah, if you or your parents have Facebook or Instagram, please post a picture of your bunnies and feel free to tag us in them because we'd love to see them. We might even put you on our story.
You said we need a hole punch? What
Yes.
else?
Yes. I have an X-Acto knife because I don't have a hole punch. So if you have one of those, please be careful. Everybody doing all right? Ready to get started?
Ready?
All right. So we're going to make an Easter chick. You can see this one's a lot smaller because you're going to cut your toilet paper roll in half. So let us get started with that. All right. So I got my toilet paper roll. And if you have an adult in your life, make sure you ask them to do this so you don't hurt yourself. There is the half a toilet paper roll, and you're only going to need one, but if you want to make two chicks, feel free to keep the other half. And if you're not using toilet paper rolls, then you can just roll a smaller sheet of construction paper and tape it into a circle. If you're using markers or construction paper, you can wrap it around the toilet paper roll now, but I like painting, so I'm going to use my paint, and I'm going to use yellow paint because it's a chick. Put this to the side. And if you need me to zoom in on anything I'm doing, let me know. There you go, one side painted. I'm using a smaller brush this time So it might take me a minute to paint it. Now this one, you're gonna see a lot of the toilet paper roll. So I might end up painting this one twice, just give it another coat, but I'm gonna let it dry for a moment. Okay. So there is my fully yellowed toilet paper roll. And we're gonna let that dry to the side. And the only thing you're gonna need for construction paper for this little guy is his beak. So if you have an orange piece of construction paper or a different color piece of construction paper, again, there are no rules. We're gonna cut out a little diamond for his mouth, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to cut a smidge of orange paper, because like I said, when it comes to chicks, I'm a traditionalist. And I'll fold it in half here. Doesn't matter if it's exactly in half. And in the half folded piece of paper, you're going to cut a triangle. So there will be 2 triangles on either half. So I'm going to snip one way right here, and then one way right here. And now I've got a little beak. It's a little lopsided, but it should fold open like a beak. I know it's kind of hard to see here, but I'm gonna recut that to make it not lopsided. Hold on. Also, if you don't have googly eyes, this is a good time to cut out your eyeballs for your chick, and they're gonna look exactly like the paper eyeballs that you made for your bunny, just like 2 white little circles with the pupils in there. And I know my chick is still drying a little bit, so we're gonna start playing with the pipe cleaners. Everybody good to go? We got our toilet paper rolls ready and our beaks. Thumbs up. I know Sophia's good to go because she's a rock star. Awesome. Good to see Tara. All right, so we're gonna take our pipe cleaner. This is gonna be the feet pipe cleaner, and mine's orange because chicks have orange feet. So I'm gonna fold it in half here. All right, and make it halves because we want our feet to be equal sizes. All right, so I've got a pipe cleaner now. It's folded in half like this, if I can open it. And on each half, you're gonna make an M out of the pipe cleaner, and I'll show you how. So here's one half that we're working with, and we're gonna bend it down for the first part of the M, and up, and then down again. So you see where I have a little M right here? Each side of this M are going to be his toes, so you want to scrunch those together. So there's one scrunched, and then there's 2 scrunched, and that's one of the feet. And you're going to do that with both sides. And if you have a little bit hanging off here on the end, that's okay. So I'm going to make the other M for his feet. So there's my other foot, there's the M, and then I'm gonna scrunch one toe, and I'm gonna scrunch the other toe. And there, you can kind of see it's 2 feet, just like that. And you can spread his toes apart if you wanna do that. Oh, I finally found my old bunny nose. All right, let me know. Everybody good on the feet? We'll set those aside for right now. And hopefully your chick is dry at this point. If not, you can just give it a couple minutes and then join us. But Sophia's already ahead of the game. We're going to glue our beak on there. And that's just gonna go in the middle of the paper roll. So let's go ahead and glue the beak. And you'll want to just glue one side so that the top can open. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, so I glued one triangle down, so we've got another triangle that can flip up and talk. And once you're done gluing that, you can go ahead and glue the eyeballs on top of the beak. And again, let me know if I need to slow down or if you need to see anything. Oh, awesome. That looks excellent. Y'all are so ahead of the game. Excellent, excellent. Your chicks look so good. I need to catch up to Sophia, man. All right. So now I've got a chick with some eyeballs and a beak. If you want to, you can draw little eyebrows on him, or if you have a red colored pencil, you can draw in some rosy cheeks. I did that on this one, just to give him some personality, if you'd like. Let's just give him a little eyebrows. Okay. And at this point, we're going to need our hole punch. You're going to punch a hole. You're going to punch two holes, actually. You're going to punch one on this side and one on this side. And you want to make sure that they're pretty straight across because a pipe cleaner is going to go through it to make your little wings. And again, if you don't have a hole punch, you can poke a hole with a pen or something else sharp through your toilet paper roll, but make sure you have an adult if you're doing that. I'm using an X-Acto knife. Don't try this at home. And it doesn't have to be a pretty hole if you're poking it through. And don't stab your fingers. Okay, there's one side of the hole. And my pipe cleaners are a little long, so I'm gonna end up cutting this down just a bit. So if you have one hole, I'm gonna stick the pipe cleaner through the hole real quick, just so you can see where the other hole should go. So see, the pipe cleaner is through your toilet paper rolls. So wherever the end of the pipe cleaner ends up is where you want to stick your second hole. Does that make sense? So since the pipe cleaner, since it's sticking right there on the inside, I'm going to put my hole right there. Kind of stabbed my chick, but that's okay. All right. And so you're going to want your pipe cleaner to ultimately go through both sides of your chick. And you can get it about halfway. Mine is a little lopsided, and that's okay. We're all born different. And let me know when you're ready to go. When you've reached the stage, give me a thumbs up. if you're waiting for everybody to get to this point, you can also cut a little pipe cleaner. I'll use this bit that I cut off to make the wings, but we're gonna put a couple little feathers on the top of his head. So it doesn't need to be huge pipe cleaner. I'm just gonna make a V with this one. And that'll be his top feathers eventually. All right, anybody not here yet? Okay, Achilles, you good to go or are you not there yet? Okay, we'll wait for you.
We're behind. We're making wings because we don't have any pipe cleaners.
That's okay. Yeah, this is the one thing that I didn't know how to make a substitution for.
Liddy seems to have a pretty good wing concept going here.
Nice.
Might need to be even bigger than that, don't you think? Or no?
What are y'all using, construction paper?
More of the origami paper.
Nice.
No. But what we can do is we can probably just bend back a small portion of it. So that it would end up coming off like that. I think looks pretty good. You know?
We have rats. I want rats.
Why would we have rats?
I don't know. Daddy, I don't know. I'll probably have rats and some extra Tinkercad.
What's in that poster? Is your cat trying to kill me? Is my cat trying to kill me?
10 ways to tell if your cat is funny. Oh, you can get rid of all my razor braids.
What was your question, Sophia? I didn't understand it.
Some of them are upstairs.
Oh, your wings are so cute. And if you're jumping ahead of the game like Sophia, you can attach your feet with tape if that's, I find that's easiest. Oh my goodness, that looks excellent. Y'all are so good. Yeah, if you're already up to the top feathers and the feet, you can just attach those with tape on the inside of your toilet paper roll. But I'll give it a couple more minutes just to get everybody to this point because I know we were looking for hole punchers. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about the chicks is that if you did paint them, there's not a good, you just gotta wait for the paint to dry. There's not a whole lot you can do in the meantime. Oh my goodness, excellent. The wings are so cute. Awesome. Yep, most people have already caught on to the end of the game, but you're just gonna, to make the rest of the wings, you're just gonna bend them around here and stick them back through the hole that you just made. So we're gonna bend it. And if it doesn't make it all the way through, that's okay. But I made a pretty substantial slice in my chick. So there's one wing, and then we're gonna bend it and make the other one. So there are my two wings. He's looks a little bit like Nemo from Finding Nemo. And then for the feet and the top feathers, like I said, you're just gonna tape those. So I'm gonna get some pieces of tape. Just a little piece will do for the top feathers. And then you're gonna stick that above his eyeballs inside of the tube, like that. And you can put as many top feathers as you want. And then for the feet that we made, you're gonna bend them. So this little extra piece you have here, you're gonna bend up, and that's gonna go into the tube. And then you'll just tape that on the inside.
All our feathers. I think I may have gotten rid of them. I'm gonna go see if we have any feathers in the basement.
Okay, so there's a piece of tape for my feet. And then we're gonna put it like so. And then we're gonna put it inside our tube. Oh goodness. These are always a little tricky. Okay, there's that side. I'll wrap that around. It would help if you put the feet orienting the right direction. There is our little chick. And please show it off when you're done. Sophia, those look excellent as expected. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Well done, Tara.
I have figured out how to put the wings on. First, I just need to figure out how to.
Lori, that is so cute. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, is that Kiki? Excellent. I think everybody's done except for Rowena and Achilles, maybe. How we doing, Mary? Or Kate, sorry.
I'm making movable wings. So
What? Show off.
Sorry,
I'm digging through old craft boxes to see if I can find feathers. I'm thinking no. These are just headbands.
I don't think I have feathers in my craft box.
We had feathers and I was irritated by them, and so I got rid of them.
We have one of our pillows is feather, and it keeps spewing off feathers occasionally, and so I thought about collecting some of those, but
Smart.
my cleaners worked as well. Thank y'all, and that's all I have. If you're done, feel free to go out and make more Easter chicks and bunnies to decorate your whole house if you'd like.
Can I plug something?
Absolutely, please do. This is Rowena, the director of the Neill-Cochran House Museum, by the way.
Yeah, we are. So we have for the last probably 13 or 14 years hosted an Easter egg dyeing event on Good Friday, which obviously we're not going to be able to host this year. But we're going to be, so obviously we're not going to be quite producing this. This is what's called a Pezanki egg.
Oh, wow.
And it's a Ukrainian tradition. This was actually made by a woman in Texas. Because there are a lot of people of Ukrainian descent who ended up in Texas in the 19th century. And they're still making these eggs. And so this is a real egg. It's blown. You can maybe see the hole there at the bottom. Yeah. And this is one that I don't know whether I made or one of my kids made a couple of years ago. But basically, we're going to do something on Friday where we talk a little bit about Pezanki eggs, and then we do some Easter egg dyeing ourselves. Here's one. Here's another one.
That one was Karen, that one was me.
And this is really pretty dramatic.
That was Karen.
But what you can do, basically, you can dye eggs multiple colors by using a white crayon as you build up and build up and build up. So be on the lookout for that. Tell your friends, because it's a lot of fun. It's more fun to dye eggs, I think, with friends, right? So if you have white eggs, you could consider blowing some this week, or you could just boil them. The nice thing about blown eggs is that they last forever, and the regular hard-boiled eggs obviously do not. So
how do you blow an egg? Rowena, what do you mean by blown eggs?
Blown? So you basically, the easiest way to do it, you make a hole in either end of the egg, and then you blow through one hole, and you basically blow out the egg so that all the egg yolk and egg white come out. And if you're making cookies this week or eggs in the morning or whatever, you don't want to do more than a couple of them at a time because it'll make your cheeks hurt. But over the course of the week, it's pretty easy to blow an entire carton of eggs.
Oh,
and as I say, they're good permanently. They never go bad.
Okay, so the rest of the chick fell off, but
that's cute.
I have a wing that moves.
Look at you. That's awesome.
So now apparently we have to recreate the rest of the chick. Here's the one that still hasn't fallen apart, but he doesn't have his movable wing.
I can probably.
Does the origami paper not like glue?
The origami paper has sort of been okay with glue. Actually, these pieces, because I couldn't use the marker on the origami paper, are regular paper. And maybe they just like glue. I don't know.
Weird.
Because my bunny's okay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Sophia, y'all's collection is so great.
That's awesome. Love it.
Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you Friday if you'd like to come.
Yeah, please tell your friends.
Yeah.
And please
Absolutely.
share your photos on social, and feel free to email us to get added to our email list.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't have social media accounts, you can email us your photos as well, and let us know if it's okay for us to share them on our social media accounts, because we'd love to show off the work you did today. They are so awesome, and we're so excited y'all joined us.
Yeah.
Especially to everyone who is related to me.
Have a good rest of your Sunday, everybody.
Happy Easter. Happy Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
Happy Easter, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye, Achilles.
Easter is next week, right? Just making sure.
Bye, Tara. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Bye, Sophia. Bye, Mom.
All right. I'll talk to you later, Catherine.
Bye, thanks.